We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. RedLip Talk podcast. Wow.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
We are live back with RedLip Talk podcast, and we are here at the LSBBA 76th convention. We hushing a little bit because, you know, we got classes going on and everything. Right. But we have an amazing guy right here that has some amazing products. I love his Fuse. I love his vanilla. With the vanilla, I know it's vanilla because I love it. The shampoo and the conditioner.
Roots.
Vanilla Roots. Yes. We use it in the salon so much. But we have a guy here from Phenomenal. A guy travels all over to sell his products and stuff, and he's an amazing guy, amazing person, and I want him to tell you a little about what's going on with him right now, how he's feeling about the convention. He came up excited.
Is this your first convention with us?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got you.
How's the experience going so far?
It's going great. I mean, it's been a very good experience. I got to admit, you guys should have been here. It was like happening. You know, hey, when I'm telling you about people coming out the walls.
Yes. You love it.
I'm serious. What's up?
Oh my boy, that makes me feel good.
You know what I'm saying? Where you at?
Where you at?
Yeah. You weren't here?
Yeah.
Where you at? That's all I'm gonna say. Well, we would have loved to seen you. Like, you know, we would have been loved to be able to take care of you with all the products that we have. Let me explain to you. Number one, I'm about product. I'm about a lot of other things, but I'll definitely say if you're very interested in certain things that we carry, like our products for natural hair, because we kind of focus on that lately. We're definitely going to give you an answer. We understand that there's different ideas about cocktailing things and so forth that you have to do. So, you know, we don't come really with just one game plan and one product. We come with an idea of like, you might just need a few different things, but we will get you that answer. Because that's what we do with Roots and Pride and Phenomenal Hair Care. That's what we do. We bring it home.
How long have you been in business?
Well, let's say we started as a stylist years ago. But transferring to product and creation of product,
motivated me to keep going because that kid told me something on the football field, and I never knew he felt like this about me. Right? Went to practice, and he wasn't practicing to the best of his ability until I got to practice. And when I got there, he grabbed me and looked at me in my eye and said, "Coach, thank you for everything you're doing for me. I just want to get my mama out." And when he did that, it was like locked on eyes. I felt like with nobody around, just me and him. And that touched me. And to see that kid in the casket a month later after a championship game, it was like, what we doing it for? I'm like, man, like, it had to be the most toughest feeling I ever felt in a long time since my grandmother passed. So, that go to show you that mental excellence, we here to stay. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid kids being in caskets, going to jail. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yes.
So that's why mental excellence is here. I'm a part of the men conference, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I just want to tell my story. I want some kids to just feel my pain. Tell my story.
And tell us about we were talking before the podcast. Tell us about your colleague who said about what we was talking about earlier that is incarcerated, and you guys, you said was somebody that you ran with back in the day, right?
Right.
He said what?
He told me, like, man, I'm in jail, in prison, I'm doing life. He said, every day I look on the wall, you're my motivation, and that motivated me. I'm like, wow, bro, like listen, whatever you doing out there in the community, keep doing. I keep hearing good stuff about you. He said, man, I don't understand how they let you slip through the cracks or what stuff me and you was doing. But he said, man, I'm in here. He said, every day you're my motivation. And that touched me too. I was like, damn, for real. So hearing him in good spirit, and seeing these boys that I coach in good spirit every day, thanking me, for all the parents be thanking me. I just know that I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. My purpose is to change these kids' lives and get them on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So
the process and the path that you went through wasn't just for you. The process and the paths that you went through in your life is for to bless others. They always say this thing about, and we'll get to you, Pastor, they always say the thing about your test is a testimony for somebody else, and your test is for other people, the things that you go through. And it's never going to be easy, but it's not for you, your purpose. Because they say in Jeremiah 29:11, God knows the plans that he had for us, right? And we don't know it. We think we do, but his plan is better than us. So welcome to our couch. Bishop Orin Grant. And the thing, and I love saying Orin because I know you know from your son. I know you're a leader, you're a pastor. You help the community as well. You do a lot for the community as well. You're located in Gretna, Louisiana, right? St. Paul's Baptist Church. Tell us what you see in the community and why you are a part of the Real Men's Conference. But first, tell us exactly who you are. I know I said some things, but there's some things that I probably don't know that you do in the community. Tell us who you are and why you decided to partner with Real Men Conference.
I'm Orin D. Grant Sr. I'm a man who was a boy, and so I can relate to these young men. I've been blessed to be married and have 3 sons, 2 still living, 1 in heaven because my youngest son was slain by gun violence. I serve as pastor, teacher, servant leader of St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church, and I'm also the founder and voice of Real Ministry of Gretna. I grew up in the hood. I survived the hood. I was successful in the hood. God called me out of the hood, and God is sending me back to the hood that I might save some people, that I might bring some people to where I am. And this journey was not easy. It had to be God's grace. It had to be people who cared about you, people who stayed on your case, and you had some hard knocks, you had some lessons to learn. But then, when you pass certain tests and when you look back over life, you can see where these young men are today and how they're struggling. And so that's why it makes me be motivated every day of my life to reach out to somebody and help them. And so that's where I am. And in light of the memory of my son, my motivation level is even higher and more passionate because, it's tough out here for young men of color and people like Coach, who has a story, myself, who have a story. We have to share that with them and relate to them and let them know that we know where they are. Because a lot of them think that, man, they old, man. They don't know what's going on. But guess what? You got to get to where I am. And so that's where we're trying to get you, because when I was a young man, there was a stat that said that, we wouldn't make it to 25. And now I'm a double nickel. That's 55. And so I've been blessed twice. And so guess what? I want other men to be blessed twice and to live beyond that stat.
I had the honor of, the privilege of doing your son's hair. Never know that we would connect on this level. And, speaking of your son, we used to have intense conversations because, I know you, that's your son. And the conversation. He a conversationist. He was a conversationist. Yes. And half of the time it would be just me and him in the shop. Yes. And I would say, Orin, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on? And we would talk. And I don't know how he found me for me to start doing his hair. I just can't remember what it was, but he referred a lot of people to me, and we used to have these deep conversations. And the thing is, and I'm so sorry that that happened to him, because he was not that type of kid from what I know, from me sitting and doing his hair several times. It wasn't just once. You picked him and dropped him off a couple of times to me.
That's right.
To do his hair.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you so much.
I understand why your mission is to help these young men. You have 3 boys, you said, right?
Yes.
All 3 boys, no girls.
No girls.
No girls.
No girls. I have a granddaughter now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. All 3 boys. Wow.
I would like to say something like
Go
you
ahead.
said. You don't know how Orin found you. You do hair. Well, when you're excellent at what you do, the world will find you because they need your service. And so what we're trying to do through this men's conference is also inspire these young men to know that God has gifted them and has deposited something in them that they have to offer to the world, and only they can do it. They have a purpose. They have a plan, and they have a platform. And so just like you found your purpose, we want them to find their purpose. I believe it was Mark Twain who said that the 2 most important days in one's life are the day that one discovers why he is born and what God wants him to do with his life. And so we thank God for this opportunity. It's going to be a great, grand, and glorious men's conference, and I believe that we're going to save some young men and get them on the right track.
I believe it too. I feel it like all in my spirit, like the great, the people that's been on a couch with me, and listening to y'all and listening to y'all testimonies and where y'all come from. I really feel that they'll be able to relate to you because of the transparency. Sometimes if you transparent to people and meet them where they are, you'll be able to touch them and reach them.
Some people read the Bible, really don't get the gist of the message of the Bible. Jesus was a transformational leader. Jesus met people where they were. When he went to the well and he met a woman there, he talked about water. That was something that she was there to draw. So he started on common ground. And so we got to, engage and interact with these young men and meet them where they are, but then bring them where they need to be. And so it takes transparency. And the church, I'm a different type of leader. I'm not being arrogant.
Yeah.
I'm not being prideful.
You
have to relate to people.
Yeah.
You can't walk around here snooty and with your nose up in the air and looking down on people.
Or just want to preach to the people that are already saved. You can chime in whenever, like you want to touch the people that you feel are already out of whatever they were in.
You got to go into the highways, into the hedges.
Byways.
Look, you have to look. I can be at the governor's mansion one day, but I can also sit in the gutter with a drug addict and a drunk, and relate to them.
Yes. You have to meet people where they are. I mean, like, you know, that's why I'm excited about this conference, because, you know, shout out to Cinda Miller, who's actually like the coordinator of it,
a lot of
and
PR,
stuff like that. A lot of PR, marketing person, and things of that nature, and you know, doing a lot of work toward it. Shout out to you. She just was in the studio, but she had to go to another appointment. I'm quite sure she's doing a lot of work, but shout out to you. But I'm excited for it because they don't have too much for these young men to look forward to. But y'all programs, you know, programs like you have, but there's not something that they can come to and actually be able to talk about the issues, talk about the problems, talk about the things that they got going, that is troubling them or bothering them.
You never know. Like some kids don't tell certain people certain things. They only, like, these kids feel, if they feel comfortable with you, then they'll open up to you. But if they don't, they ain't gonna really like have a bond. But if you have a bond and these kids feel like, wait, Pastor reaching out, he reaches out to me every day, sending me a text message every morning. Like, what's this about? Like, I think I'm really telling him my story and what I'm going through. Let me see what he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? That was this generation. That what these kids be thinking about.
It takes time.
It takes time, because I can tell you. Yes, because I can tell you right now, I have some kids that, man, I never knew they was going through situations at home. I never knew, and I never knew. There's one kid. When we get out to practice football field, he's the last one left, and I never knew. I'm like, why you do that every day? He's like, I don't know. I just like to do it, but it was a reason why he was doing it. He was just trying to gather my attention so he could talk to me every day, but I never knew until he grabbed me one day and said, Coach, I need to talk to you. And when he told me his story, I was like, that's why that kid's so aggressive. That's why he's so mad. That's why he always come crying. That's why I never knew. But now that I know, look, I put him on a football field, put him at the end, man, he be hitting everybody.
I love it.
And you know, athletics is very important to the African American community. And as some of the young men has expressed to you, they want to get their mama out. They want to help their siblings, you know, just bless their families some kind of way. And when you're playing athletics or having these other little groups, you become a family to them, an extended family. And a lot of times they own that field. And like you said, sometimes they may stay late to get your attention, and they want to spend as much time with you and there because possibly where they're going to might not be positive. You know, they might be going through all kinds of things. And so they look to you to be some type of surrogate father or mentor, and we have to be sensitive, and we have to detect that and discern it and step in.
You got to be patient. You have to be patient. I learned over the years, you have to be patient with these kids, because you never know what a kid going through at home. That's why when I coach, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I'm aggressive, but not all the time, because I was once in a situation. I was once one of y'all. I guarantee you. And I told the kid, and I told him my situation. He was like, "Wait, Coach, we got the same story." He like, I never knew it like that. I said, "Yeah, well, listen, open up to me. We have the same story. I was once one of you. I was you." So
guys, I'm just excited about it. I'm excited about the conference. I'm excited about y'all being on my couch today. I'm excited. We're gonna take a break, but I don't want y'all to go nowhere, because I want you to be able to tell people exactly how they can find you. How they can find you, and what you guys need is what you're doing, you know. So we'll be back with RedLip Talk Podcast. It's your girl Spikes Divas, the marketing diva.
Spikes Diva.
Y'all,
Sona's charm.
Awesome.
Awesome.
RedLip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. RedLip Princess Charm.
And it's your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva.
We want y'all to tune into the premiere of the RedLip Talk podcast.
Every Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time, we're going to have new topics, new guests, new businesses.
Tune in to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Red Lip Talk Podcast. Mwah!
Hey everyone, it's your girl Get Glammed Up by Keyshawn. Tune into Red Lip Talk Podcast.
Step Construction is here for you with a brand new offer. We now provide affordable storage sheds. Stop wasting your money on overpriced storage units and portable containers. Step Construction can provide you with a custom shed that will fit your budget and storage needs. So contact Step Construction today at 504-340-5809 for your own personal quote. Let us help you take the next step at Step Construction.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea. Red Lip Talk. Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Welcome back to Red Lip Talk Podcast. This is part 2 of the Real Men's Conference takeover with Red Lip Talk Podcast. I'm your girl, Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and I'm so excited to have these amazing guests on the show today. I have Harlan Lewis, a.k.a. Coach Patty, on the couch with us on today. I have Bishop and Pastor Orin D. Grant Sr. in the building. Also, the pastor of St. Paul's Baptist Church. We're excited today about the Real Men's Conference, but there's some mentions that I want to mention before we get into how you can be a service to these amazing guys that's on the couch with me on today. I want to talk about, first, we have a sneakers ball that's coming up for Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association, and that is this Saturday. That's this Saturday, and it's from 7 to 11. If you need a ticket, you can go to Eventbrite, or you can contact me. I have tickets at the salon, or you can contact Dr. Beverly Smith. Our tickets, it's selling out, y'all. So if you want a ticket, you better get it today, because it's definitely selling out. Another thing is Louisiana State Beauticians and Barbers Association is actually having a conference in Alexandria, Louisiana, and that conference is April the 13th, I believe, to the 16th. The flyer is up. If you're a vendor or you're interested in being a vendor, you can contact your girl Spice Divas, Chriselle Harrison. I am actually the trade show chairperson. If you got products you want to sell, services, if you're an author, anything like that, and you want to sell that in Alexandria, please give me a call and we can go from there. But I want to talk about, again, the Real Men's Conference. That's why these amazing gentlemen are on the couch with me on today. That is March the 16th, and it's from 8 a.m. to, I know this breakfast going to be served, lunch going to be served, so we want y'all to be a part of that. If you need a ticket, you can also go to realmensconference.com, or you can contact Cinda Miller for an actual ticket. You see the information up there. They're going to have some amazing speakers. You got these two guys that's on the couch with me on today. You're going to have Councilman Oliver Thomas, Dr. Dana Andrus, Ricky Joseph. It's just a bunch of men that have came together that want this conference to really work to help our young men in the community. So as we get back into our quick interview, right, I wanted to say, tell the people what you need, Coach Patty, to help these young men as far as men of excellence. What do you need as a tool? And actually let them know how they can find you. I know the amazing things that you're doing in the community, and you're about to do something else. You said a few minutes ago, but
I'll be working.
Yeah, you be working. You're working, and you like, well, I got to do the next thing. So, yeah, definitely tell them exactly what you need to help you helping these young men.
Most importantly, what we need is support. We need a lot of support, donations. Where you get donation, mentalexcellence.com. And to find us, we are on Mental Excellence NOLA on Instagram, Facebook, and the new website is mentalexcellencenola.net. Again, that's mentalexcellencenola.net. You can sign your kid up. Any young men, anybody know about any young men out there that want to be a part of a brotherhood and an organization, and just want to be a part of something that they could look up to.
Yes.
We have good mentors. We have good young men. We just sent for signing day. We had 5 kids sign to go to play college football on the next level.
Wow.
So we just continue to grow. We're gonna continue to grow with these young men and try to make them,
And then you have one of your former men of excellence is now going to the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Let's give him a shout out. Let's give him a shout out because he plays center the same as my boy, and he FaceTime. Well, go ahead and give him a shout out.
Cedric Van, he would play center for Georgia for 4 years. He's going to the league. So
yes.
Yeah, he's going to play in the NFL.
Yes, that's going to be my boy. He following footsteps. I'm telling you, that's going to be my boy. Awesome. So I'm excited about that. So also, I'm honored to have you guys sitting on the couch with me on today because I keep saying because I have a young man. This hits home to me because I have a young man, and my young man half of the time don't want to talk to me, don't want to relate to me unless not. Let me tell y'all something. We get in the car, I'm trying to say, what's going on with you today, Brock? And I gotta let him open up and talk to me. Now lately, when I don't say nothing, he just get in the car, tell me what's going on. But when I press him, he like, I'm not telling you nothing.
But see, that's not just your boy. That's all of them.
Okay.
When they were at RedLip for football practice, mom pick them up. They don't want to talk. But when they talk to me, yes sir, coach. They be like, well, why you ain't talk to me? But just ask you a question. So it ain't your boy. It's all of them. That's
the age, right?
That's the age.
That's the age. That's the age. So tell us, Bishop, how can they get in contact with you? And also, what do you need as far as your community, as far as do you need men as far as in your church to help these young men? What do you need as a pastor as far as support to help the community? The Gretna community you're in, or wherever you're helping. You're just not in Gretna. You're helping all over.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, St. Paul is a local church with a global ministry, and so we're reaching out to you, but in support, we need you to bring your boys to us. And so we're doing great things throughout the year, through the church ministry, through my personal ministry. We have many events where we sow into boys and girls, and we have a ministry called Godly Girls, and we have another ministry, for boys. And so we have a men's conference coming up on the first weekend in May. Okay. And we have a group of men coming in from Texas. And so here it is. We need cooperation and collaboration. He has ministry. We need to support that ministry, and vice versa, because we need all hands on deck. And I'm not in competition with him, and I'm not in comparison with him. I'm trying to join in with him so that we can save these young men. And so we need pastors, we need parents, we need public officials, we need police, and we need people just to join in and support these movements.
Yes.
And then we can start having different conversations. And I like what you're doing. Keep doing this. We need to continue to have more conversation about what's going on in our communities. And so we need to talk, and we need to, be about it and not just talk about it.
Make some movements.
Yes.
Yeah, move forward. My mentor always tell me, keep it moving. Keep it moving, move forward.
And one added thing, I'm out there on social media. We're in Gretna, we're all over. I'm not hard to find, and we are accessible. That's one of my keys to ministry. I'm a people's person, and if you're going to be in ministry, you have to love people, and sometimes that means they're going to intervene and they're going to interrupt.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you have to be there for them.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's all about that for me.
Yes, and Pastor, that's something you say that people going to interrupt. They're going to intervene. A lot of people don't know. I was ordained as a minister, in 2000. Well, I was the youngest minister at this place called Volunteers of America, and it was a work, but it was a church, and faith-based, put it like that. And you realize you like, oh man, why everybody pulling on me? But like you said, you're gonna be interrupted. If somebody see a light on you in the middle of that dark place, you're gonna get pulled on. You're gonna get pulled on. But when you get to a point, I know for me, when I get to a point where I feel like I'm too empty, I gotta replenish. I gotta replenish before I can let you pull on me again. But I'm just so excited about what you guys are doing. And if somebody is looking back before we go into our takeaways, because we're gonna go into our takeaways in a minute. Our takeaways are definitely brought to you by Spice Diva's Beauty Bar. And we always do takeaways because we want to, be able to let somebody in the, in the camera, or whoever's looking, whoever's viewing, who's going to view it later, have something that they could take away from this show. Before we do that, I want you guys to follow us on Google, New Orleans Talk Network. We also have an app that you can listen to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can hear New Orleans Talk Network on the app. You can hear RedLip Talk Podcast on the app. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, you can definitely go to New Orleans Talk Network / RedLip Talk Podcast, and that way you can become a guest on our podcast. Our podcast and also the network, definitely our podcast, is ran off of donations. So we definitely want you to make a donation to us, to our actual podcast, RedLip Talk Podcast. If you like what you're seeing, if you like what God is doing, may He bless your heart to give a donation to us. We're definitely excited about this. I'm excited about this. So we're gonna go into our takeaways right now. I guess Patty, you can go first in the takeaway. Or you want me to go first? I can go first. Okay, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna let the men, ladies first. I'll let the men go next. I'll let the men go. So, as far as my takeaway for today is, I would say, because I always go off the dome with it. I don't never pre-plan nothing when it comes to this podcast. I always let God move and let Him have His way, because sometimes we could plan too much and we can miss God. We could miss what He's doing. You could miss His purpose. You can miss His plan. For me, when I just said about a takeaway, what came to me is walk by faith, not by sight, and have no fear. Have no fear. The reason I'm saying have no fear is because I had a procedure done today that had been putting off for like 3 months. But no, I canceled it about 2 times. I canceled it 2 times. But God said, I'm with you in every step of the way of your life. And He's with you in every step of the way of your life. No matter what the process is, but you sometimes have to go through the process in order to fulfill your purpose and to get the blessing that God has for your life. So when you're going through your process and it seems tough and it seems hard, you remember God knows the plans that He has for your life. God knows the purpose and plan He has for Coach Patty. God knows the purpose and the plans that He been had for Bishop. He knows the plans and the purpose that He has for Chriselle, Spice Divas, RedLip Talk. And I just say, no fear. No fear. Don't give up on your plans. Don't give up on your purpose. Don't give up on anything that God had and he designed and put in your heart to do. No matter what the naysayers say, no matter what people say, no matter if they don't like you, don't matter what. Because guess what? He see you, people see you. There's something that happened in my salon on Saturday. Rough time. That's a ministry. But they had a woman who came in there, and I never know that people watch you, and you don't know why they watch you. And she been coming there for, since her style has been there for 4 years. She went through a testimony. Shout out to Miss D. She went through a testimony about having cancer in her cervical area. Somebody in her family told her she was going to pass because of that type of cancer. She was giving her testimony saying that she forgave the person who said that to her, because at first she couldn't talk to him. She forgave them, and then she forgave them 6 o'clock that morning. At 9 o'clock, she had to go back to the doctor to get checked after they didn't check that. She went through all the stuff she went through, her chemo battle, all that stuff she had to go get. When she got checked at 9 o'clock, they seen no traces of cancer. But this how people watch you, so forgive. If you're holding a grudge against somebody, if you're holding anything in your heart against somebody, we need you to release that on today so God can bless you the way he needs to bless you in your life, because the enemy comes to put people in your path to shake up or to mess up the purpose that God has for your life. But when I say people watch you, the reason I'm saying that is because that after she gave her testimony, I'm thinking she leaving out the door, and she came to me and looked at me and said, see you? I never talked to this lady a lot. But you see you? I watch you since I've been coming there. And there's something on you. And she hugged me tight. And God said, immediately pray for her right now in this salon. Don't care what's going on. Pray for her right now. So whatever light and purpose God has for you, no matter if other people don't see it, God gonna send the right ones that really see it.
Like you.
Amen. He gonna send the right one that say, I know this anointed. I know this anointed.
Yes.
I know this anointed. I don't care what they saying about me. I know this anointing. That's my takeaway for the day.
Yes.
Your takeaway.
I don't know what to say after that takeaway.
Your takeaway.
My takeaway is to all the young men out there, reach one, teach one, man. I'm just trying to make these young men feel my pain, what I went through. I never not bite the hand that feed me, man. Like, I come a long way. I come a very long way, man. I'm trying my best not to cry, but man, I come a very long way. I come too far. I've been through so much, and going to the church when I was 15, that day changed my life forever. I was in the streets, but going to Bishop Wiley when I was 15, that changed my life forever, and I'm here to this day. I've been 2 car accidents, broke my neck, broke my leg, been grazed on my forehead with a bullet, and man, I'm still here.
My Lord.
So I'm like, what?
My Lord.
And I had to pray and ask God, like, why? And he told me, the kids.
Yes.
The kids. I want you to take everything you learned from other people, everything, the knowledge and the power and the game you know from other people that they didn't taught you, pour it into them kids. And I think this really is my calling.
That's it.
So, that's my takeaway is, man, again, reach one, teach one. Teach one. Grab, hold on to these young men because they need it. They need it. It's different from when we came up. You know, we could play it. You know what I'm saying? We could go play concrete football. But it's different. You know, it's a lot of social media. You know, games. But when we had games too. We had PlayStation 2, Nintendo, of course. But it's just a different generation that we're living in now. So you know. I just wish the best for these young men, man. I just want them to, you know, whatever they going through, it don't hurt to sit there and just, you know, get on the knee and pray. You know what I'm saying? Just pray about it. Because if I could tell you my story, all the stuff I've been through in my life, and I'm still here today, sitting on this couch talking to y'all. I mean, y'all could do the same thing. So, yeah.
That's a good takeaway.
Oh, yes.
That's a good takeaway.
Well, I'm excited about being on this couch, and I'm excited about what will happen on this coming Saturday. I want you to know that life has 2 rules. Rule number 1, never give up. Rule number 2, always remember rule number 1, never give up. Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then secondly, the only time that success comes before work is in the dictionary. If you're going to be a success, you have to work. The old cliche says, plan your work and work your plan. Then thirdly, I want you to know this here. The old folk says, even a broke clock is right twice a day. If it's on 5, it's right at 5 a.m. and it's right at 5 p.m. Wow. So young men, no matter what you've done, it's never too late for a new beginning. Yes. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Be strong to the finish.
Love it. I love it. I love that analogy about a broke clock is still right.
Yeah, my grandma used to say that too. My grandfather used to say that too.
I like that.
That's why when you were saying it, I was repeating it while you said it.
A broke clock is always right twice a day.
And that's why we need the old folk, young folk.
I know, right? But yeah, so you know, yeah, I know this is why you guys have to be at the Real Men's Conference on this Saturday at 8 a.m. We want y'all to be there sharp. Bring y'all young men. We calling everybody out there. Women, bring your boys.
Don't want to miss it, man. Don't want to miss it.
Bring them, bring it.
Come
it's
see us.
Powerful things.
We're about this.
Yes, we're about this. We're about this. Yes,
community.
We're about this. We're about the community. Come on in. We're excited about this. It's your girl Spice Divas, the marketing diva, and you have just tuned into Red Lip Talk podcast. Wow. All right, and we out. We out. Love it. Oh man, thank you guys.
Spice Divas, Sona's charm. Red Lip Talk. Red Lip Talk.
Girl, come sit with us and sip some tea.
Red Lip.
Bethesda House of Prayer. Bethesda is a church for non-traditional worshipers, a church designed for those who love God's Word. Would you like to attend a church where believers and non-believers can choose to worship together? A church where cultural differences does not get in the way of God's message. We invite you to be our special guest. Our services begin 9 a.m. on Sunday, located at 7601 West Bank Expressway, Suite B, Marrero, Louisiana. For more information, contact us at 504-348-01.
Hello, everybody. I am author Vanessa J. Ross, and you are tuning into Red Lip Podcast.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana.